I made a promise to myself because I have a video on here somewhere. You might see it if you're not a subscriber and you're new here, of how to build an online business, spiritual business. And it's done the most, like the best, right? Most people have liked it. Most people have commented on it. So that I take from the sign of the universe as to do more videos of these. And what I've recognized in myself is that business is a constant evolution. It's a constant flow and ebb. It's a constant journey. And I'm constantly shifting my identity as a business owner, the products that I serve, how I serve, how I show up, all the things. And so for me, it's really important that anybody who joins my spaces, they get to see the evolution of the business journey as well. So it doesn't matter if you're coming in and you've seen that video of how to build an online spiritual business. I created that earlier this year in 2025 when I was a completely different identity, and I created it from that old space, right? I think I actually filmed that last year in 2024, but it actually came out this year. So I am now creating from this new space, 2025 going into 2026, with new visions, new insights, because I have the gift in human design. Those of you who know, the gate 41, which is literally the future visionary, right? Fortune teller, all that stuff. I also have a lot of 12th house and 8th house placements, which is all the psychic senses, all those gifts. So I like to really dive into where we are going in the future, how you want to be focusing your energy, how you want to be building from that space, and then all the things that I've evolved into in my own business journey, right? So I'm going to share all of that in a new way. So what you take from one video of how to build a business might be very different to what you learn in another, how to build an online spiritual business. So please do go and binge all of those. Go and check them out in my playlist. But let's get into it. How to build an online spiritual business in 2025, moving into 2026. Now, the first thing that I would say is know yourself, okay? When I say know yourself, I am talking about your mission, your purpose, your truth, your values, your belief system, your experiences, because those are the core pieces that build up your business. Because when you are doing spiritual-based businesses, you are the business essentially, right? Because spirituality is your soul. Your soul is being poured into the business. You're creating from your soul. You're creating from your intuition. And so if you do not know yourself, you don't know what your mission is, you don't know what your purpose is, or you find yourself constantly lost and circling around this, you are going to find it very difficult to stay grounded and to create from a space of stable structures in your business, right? This is the root foundation. This is what I like to do. This is the part of the business that I like to call your foundations, right? So this is where you cover your root chakra, your sacral chakra. Like these are the two chakras that you want to be circulating around. You want to be doing energy work around this, really grounding into the root, healing the root chakra, healing the sacral chakra, so you can bring out those creativity and really focus in on like what your purpose is, what your mission is, what your truth is, okay? And this is something that I come back to time and time again. This is not something that I just do like once in my business. Since day one, I have come and I have constantly come back to what is my mission, what is my purpose, who do I want to be known for, what is my mission, what is my purpose, who do I want to be known for, and I do this every bloody year. Like it probably pisses my partner off. It doesn't. He always comes back to me and goes, it's fine, we'll refine it. Well, he's so patient. I fucking love him. Anyway, that is one thing that we need to be doing, right? Your mission, purpose, coming back to yourself, really knowing yourself and not knowing the victim self, because you don't want to be bringing your victim self into the business. You want to be coming into your business from a space of healed and non-trauma, right? So I've created things, like I'm not saying don't create. I've created things from a space of trauma, but it's always from a space of empowerment after I've healed myself. So my Nail Your Narcissist Bootcamp, I created that after I disassociated from my narcissist, and I really stepped into my power so that I could then empower people from that space. Because when you are creating from victimhood and you're still going through the challenge, you're still going through that trouble, you kind of then transfer that energy back into the victim, and it's almost like a enabling of allowing them to be in their victimhood too, just because you're in your victimhood, and that's not helping anybody. So I always say know yourself on an empowered level, because when you create, when you teach, when you educate, when you inspire from those spaces, it's another fucking energy. It just hits different, right? And that's what helps people. That's what elevates people more. So really know yourself. Now, what I do inside of Intuitive Creator, which is my main program where I teach all of this step by step in depth with you guys. You get monthly coaching calls. Actually, you get 2 monthly coaching calls with me directly in a group setting. And people bring up like, this is what I've created that space for, as well as the mindset stuff. So you've got everything all in one space. What I teach and how I teach it in the course, and this is literally like what I'm building out right now, is in the know yourself, like in each of these sections, there's 4 main core things I'm going to be teaching you about how to build your business, right? It's know yourself is number 1. And in that section, there's about 3 laws of the universe that you're going to apply here. Okay. So I tie all of my creations to your chakra system, which are your energy centers in your body, and your laws of the universe, which are the 12 laws of the universe. And also like star sign stuff. I mix everything in. It's so fucking juicy and good. And that's why you're able to get the results that you need when you actually do this work, because you're bringing every aspect of yourself. You're bringing your astrology birth chart. You're bringing your human design for your business model. You're bringing your laws of the universe and working with it. You're also bringing your chakras into balance and alignment. And then you're working from that space. It's just a fucking another level. Okay. That's the mastery level. That's the discipline level that you need to be at. Anyway. So for your know yourself, I'm going to give you a little teaser into what one of the laws of the universe is. Now there's 3 I said in my programs, but for this one, it's the law of correspondence. So everything in your outer world, including your business results, is a reflection of your inner world. So this is why the knowing yourself is an important piece that you do not want to miss out in building your business and building the foundations as strong as it can get. So really, really do not miss out on this and go, oh, I'll do my mission later. I'll do my purpose later. Like, no, if your foundations are crumbly, you will find yourself coming back to work this. And until you master these, you're going to notice your results being like this and wishy-washy and fluctuating. Okay. So law of correspondence states everything in your outer world is a reflection of your inner. So do the inner work, know yourself. The second thing that you want to be doing to build your online spiritual business is be yourself. Now, this is all tying into the law of vibration, right? You literally vibrate at a particular frequency, and those are the results that you will be bringing into your business. So when I say be yourself, if you are operating at a frequency that is copying another coach and not being your authentic self, you will get those results, right? Because you're not being true to yourself. You're just mimicking somebody else. If you're doing a certain level of vibrational frequency that's operating at somebody else's blueprint, you will only be able to get those types of results. Versus when you do the be yourself work, we cover how to be your authentic self. We cover your astrology blueprint. We cover how to be unfucking filtered with your voice, with your throat chakra, right? Not being the version that you think society want from you. You're not being the people pleaser, right? In the be yourself aspect, if you are showing up in your business as a people pleaser, people can feel that. People feel leadership energy. It lands differently. People know and recognize when someone's being in their authentic truth. You feel that shit through the fucking video. Like, you can feel my energy. I don't copy other people. I'm an original. You feel that, you sense that, because number 1, I've got my midheaven in Aquarius, which is the original, which is the rebel. But number 2, you feel my fucking authentic truth. Like, that energy radiates. Energy does not lie. But I've had to really sit with myself to be myself with my friends, with my family. Because I was that person who was the chameleon. I used to change who I was according to who I was in the room with, because I'm a projector. Number 1, I'm open everywhere. And I used to use it as an excuse as to like, oh no, I'm just going to, and I used to like cater to other people's feelings and emotions, because empaths, that's what we do, right? No, wrong. You need to start shifting that, because that is an energy you can shift. And to truly allow yourself to be your soul version of yourself, the most authentic version of yourself in your business, we have to let go of these people-pleasing tendencies. This is the work, right? When you drop the masks, when you stop being polite, when you just feel like that's what you should do and you start just being you, that's when the magic happens. That's when the clients fucking come in, because they radiate, they feel that energy off of you. That's what they want to aspire to be like. And then they join your programs. They join anything that you probably give them, right? I've had people do that with me, where they just had one reading or one session of something, and they've had one conversation with me, and they're just like, boom, in. I'm in, Janie, just because it's you. And I'm like, okay, what does that mean? And now I've dissected, obviously it's my authenticity. Most people will come back and just say, it's just your energy. It's just your authenticity. It's just you being you. So until you crack that code within yourself, it's going to be really difficult. And if you're finding your business energy, your business energetics not really flowing, this could be one of the pieces of the puzzle that you need to fix, right? It could also be a strategy, which is the next part where I'm coming to. But it could also just be you being yourself. And maybe you think you're being yourself when you're actually not. So really sitting with, am I being my true authentic fucking self? If nobody was here around me right now, would I be behaving this way? Would I be speaking this way? That's the level at which you want to be your authentic fucking self, right? In your business. Ooh, my chair's a bit dirty there. Don't know if you saw that. Anyway. The third thing of how to build your online spiritual business moving into 2026 is share yourself. So first step was know yourself, which corresponds with the law of correspondence. Everything in your outer reality is a reflection of your inner reality. The second step is be yourself, your most authentic fucking version of you. That's who you need to be, because law of vibration is operating all the time. Who you are vibrating on an energetic level is what you will be also attracting into your life, into your business, and the type of clients as well. Share yourself is number 3. Now, this goes with the law of compensation, because you reap what you sow. If you are not sowing enough seeds, you're not going to reap the benefits of those, right? So you need to sow exactly what it is that you are desiring in your business. With the sharing yourself, this is where you dive deeper into bringing your content online, sharing yourself in terms of your content, what you believe in, your values, everything that you've learned, your wisdom, your experiences, the products, your services, sales, marketing, all of that comes under this umbrella. This is where you need to learn your skills as well. If you haven't got the skills of, oh, I don't know how to sell my authentic way. Okay, well then we work on that together, right? And it's not a case of selling. The way I teach it is a different perspective shift than you may think. I don't look at sales as like, oh, I'm giving you something. I look at sales or like I'm taking money from you. I look at sales as like I'm offering my service and my highest service to you. It's offering you something, and you're just exchanging me giving you that energy of mine, my wisdom, my whatever I've packaged up at a higher level. And the main reason my offers are like priced the way that they are is because I'm offering it with a one-to-one with me somewhere along the line, right? So I charge higher for that. So my group, my main intuitive creator, even that is like, it should be like 10,000, and I've done it at 222 a month because I want everybody to have access to it. So for me, it's like, it's low price, because I have mindset stuff in there. So everybody can just plug in every single day and get the mindset that they need to be the most successful version of themselves and shift their energy. They also get the course, which is all of this stuff in depth. So they learn all the skills their authentic way and apply it to their business their unique way, which is the thing that's not being taught about. Everybody's like, do sales this way, DM people, blah, blah, blah. It's like, I don't do any of that fucking shit. I don't even do sales calls. Like, you don't need any of that bullshit, and sales will come in. So I teach it the way that's authentic to you and your soul's voice, without fucking feeling like you're meeting resistance every time, because you don't need that for sales. But at the same time, you're working through your limiting beliefs. You're working through the blockages, because that's part of the spiritual journey as well, right? So sharing yourself, law of compensation, all of these skills is something that you also need to learn. And so for me, it's like inside of the Intuitive Creator, you got the share yourself, the know yourself, the be yourself, and the grow yourself in terms of, you've got mindset stuff. You've got the entire course with all the skills that you need to develop and learn about yourself. You've also got access to me and the group one-to-one, like with the coaching calls, where I actually hot seat anything that you're working on your business. You come to me, we bring it up, we talk about it, and you've got a plan. So you've always got that momentum being built, right? For me, it's just like a no-brainer. And I built it and I've designed it from my core soul authenticity. And like, that's the reason why I will continue to just be sharing that with everybody. So share yourself, law of compensation. And the last thing that you want to be doing with building your online spiritual business is growing yourself. And this ties in with the law of rhythm, where the law of rhythm states that life flows in natural ebbs and flows, cycles of growth and death, right? Life is a constant cycle of death and rebirth. It's why we have seasons throughout the entire year. We don't just stay in one season for the entire year. That's for a reason. Everything has cycles. We are cyclical beings, right? So the same with your business, it will stagnate at some point. You will feel that stagnation, because as a spiritual being, it's not like you create something and then you'll be like, oh yeah, I'm just going to constantly sell this, because otherwise you're just building yourself another job. And most entrepreneurs, when you come into building businesses, the whole point of you building a business is so that you have free creative expression to constantly create new things. And if you cannot find yourself in doing that, and you're just like, I'm bored, I'm just keep selling the same thing. Now, some of you might just build once and you're like, that's it, I'm good, I'm done, I'll just keep doing this. It makes you happy. You find freedom in your business. Cool. But if you're like me and you're just like multi-passionate, multi-dimensional, you have this need to keep creating, then we structure up your business in that way as well. But the growth happens whether it's a new product, right? And you're building up that new product and you're growing because you're learning, oh, what do I need? What do I do? It allows you to grow. Or you're finding a new mentor for something that maybe you're missing in your skill set. And you're like, oh, I need a new skill developed, or I need to know my blocks, or I need to understand something. And you're investing. That allows you to grow as well. That's the fourth part of building a business. Whether it's something that scares you, right? So every year in my business, I do something new that scares me. So the first year of my business, it was showing my face online. That was the first fucking scary thing that grew me, from going from carousel posts on Instagram and just being behind the screen to being like, everybody was like, oh my God, you're so cute. Like, show your face. And I was like, oh, I hate this. I don't feel cute at all. Anyway, The second year, I did psychic fairs across the UK. So actually sitting face to face with people instead of just being again behind the screen and doing psychic readings for them. That was fucking scary. The year after that, I pushed myself to do actual talks and do astrology talks across the UK. And I was actually speaking like in roomfuls of people. That was fucking nerve-wracking. So every year I do something to push myself, right? This year I'm doing something where I'm like, I've constantly pivoted in my business of chopping and changing my pricing and my offers that I'm selling. This time for a year, I'm experimenting with just keeping one offer at one price point the entire year, apart from my sales stuff where I'm like, oh, Halloween's coming, so I've got a trick and treat offer at the moment between October. So if you're seeing this October 2025, then there will be an offer where you get a 1-to-1 worth $1,555 with me if you join Intuitive Creator between now and September 30th, I think it is. I can't remember the date. Anyway, I sent it to my email list. If you're on my email list, you know. But apart from those offers and things like that, it stays at the same price and I'm just selling the one thing because I've never done that in my business. So for me, that is scary. It is scary to just stay stable in growing one thing. And I'm just trying to prove to myself that I can do it. So that for me is my growth for this year. There's a couple of other things, obviously, investing as well in myself and sticking to an investment that I've made instead of chopping and changing. There's loads of things that you can assess each year in your business that will allow you to grow and stretch yourself. Because if you're not stretching yourself and you're not doing the things that scare you, you are not growing, you are stagnating, and that will show in your business. So, as a summary to recap, know yourself. This ties in with the law of correspondence and 2 other laws which I share inside of Intuitive Creator. Those of you who want to come join, the link is dropped in the description box below. The second thing is be yourself. This is corresponding with the law of vibration. The third one is share yourself. This is corresponding with the law of compensation. You reap what you sow. Are you sowing enough seeds? And then the fourth one is grow yourself, which is the law of rhythm. Everything is cyclical. Death and rebirth cycles are very normal in business. You have the ups, you have the downs, you have to flow through them. And this is everything that I do with you inside of Intuitive Creator. So I feel like this is like, I keep talking about Intuitive Creator, I'm trying to sell you in. I'm not. I'm just so proud of myself for creating that space. And I feel like it's what's needed in the spiritual community, especially for intuitive businesses and people who are like not understanding business energetics and they want the actual thing. They're ready to put in the fucking work. They know this is their long-term game. They're not just playing around, pussyfooting around. They are literally here for the long-term game. This is that space for those people, right? Because you know you need mindset. You know you need to be plugged into this shit because as an empath, it's so easy to fucking get disconnected and be lost and stuff like that. This container is for that space. It's mostly for me as well, myself, right? Just to be like, I do not need to get lost in other things and other noise. And if I have this one container that's going to hold me anchored, is there for my son as he grows if he ever needs it, and is there for you if you feel like you need it. So subscribe if you're new here, like this video, comment, drop me your thoughts, drop me all your aha moments, whatever the thing. I love to know all that stuff, and I'll catch you in the next video. Mwah!